All right, let's get to the Monday night game here. It's Steelers are playing at San Diego. There's some good and bad in store with Pittsburgh. It's a long road trip for them, and they cut off that gut-wrenching defeat to Baltimore on a Thursday night, a game they had and they gave away. They also have no kicker, down to their fourth kicker now, they just released from that game. And there is some good news. Martavis Bryant, the key wide receiver, is coming back done with his 4-game suspension. San Diego 3-point favorite at home, total of 45.5. Harvard, which direction are these Pittsburgh Steelers headed?
Well, thank goodness they got that 10 days off in between that loss and then playing on a Monday night game. That's a real huge advantage. Vic, he's average at best, and I said before, it's very difficult to win on the road with an average quarterback, but I might just give this Pittsburgh team one more chance. I mean, look who he is surrounded with. He's got Heath Miller, Antonio Brown. Okay, you got some good wide receivers to work with. You got Le'Veon Bell and Williams. You got strong linebackers. You're 7th in defense. The only thing you got to worry about is the quarterback and the kicker. Well, they got Boswell, a new kicker, who's come in and, he's had 10 days to work on whatever he gets to work on. And maybe they'll change the way their philosophy is about getting it set up to where maybe Boswell doesn't have to kick all the time. I'm going to give Vic one more shot, only because they're playing San Diego. And everybody on San Diego is hurt. They got 3/4 of their offensive line is out, including their center. Anytime you have to replace a center, man, that's a recipe for disaster. Their defense sucks. Make no bones about that. And here's another thing on the emotional part. There's a reason why they want to leave San Diego. Nobody supports San Diego. They're never loved. They want to go to LA, and I'll tell you exactly why. And the NFL should understand this. They never cover a point spread. If you can't cover a point spread for your home fans, they don't want you there. They don't like you there. And the second reason, almost every one of their games goes under. So you not only got a low-scoring, boring game that never covers the point spread, that's the whole thing with San Diego, and that's with all their starters in. Well, imagine they're playing with everyone hurt this time. I'm going to give this a little emotional check back, a little technicals with the players that we see, and I'm going to give Vic one more shot, and I'm going to take the Pittsburgh plus the 3 points. And don't be surprised if Pittsburgh wins this game outright. They're due for some little luck, and I think Pittsburgh will find it in this game.
Well, do you want to send the Chargers to England and just let them stay there?
They could stay there. It wouldn't bother me, except the weather's so much different. San Diego, most beautiful city in the world.
It certainly is. Yeah, you're right about the Chargers not covering games. They're 1-3 against the spread this season, part of a 3-12 spread run. They are 2-0 straight up at home, and they have some problems on both sides of the line. First of all, Malcolm Floyd, the wide receiver, got a concussion on Sunday. They already had a depleted offensive line. It was so depleted that they had to sign 2 guys just last week.
They called me up.
They did have enough to beat the Browns 30-27. But still, 3 new offensive starters, and Zach, you can beat the Browns with half a team a lot of the times. But what about the Steelers?
You know what? I hate to do this. There's always a couple of games a year that I have to pass on, and San Diego is one of those teams that I personally have.
No love.
I have red flagged them for years.
What is that?
I don't like their style of play. It's like in college basketball, college football. I don't touch the Big 12. And that's what San Diego Chargers remind me of. Just one of those teams that you can't really find a key strength or even a weakness, really, because they just play so frenetic. They're up and down the field. Their defense is crappy. Their offense just moves the football up and down the field. You talked about the 7 times of the lead changes against the Cleveland Browns or whatever how many lead changes were. I'm just watching the game and going, I hope people don't have money on this, but and that's the way they play every single week. Against the Cincinnati Bengals, same thing. Against the Detroit Lions, they're down 21-3. They come back and win, and that's just not advantageous for me to back the San Diego Chargers team or go against them because they're too unpredictable. I don't like their style of play, and that's just my opinion.
Well, I'm going to go with something similar to both you guys. I'm going to look at the total because this is not explosive offenses here with Michael Vick running the show. They're into ball control in Pittsburgh. Defense, Steelers is playing exceptionally well. Young secondary coming into the year, but look at they've allowed 18, 6, and 23 points the last 3 games, one of those in overtime. Pittsburgh is on a 6-1-1 run under the total. When they go on the road, they're 6-2 under the total. And then we just talked about the San Diego offensive line problems, all kinds of problems. That's not a good thing to have when you're facing the zone blitz of Blitzburg. So I'm not sure how Phillip Rivers will be able to get the scoring in the end zone at all. Might be running for his life. San Diego against the AFC, 1-10 against the spread. They're just a difficult team to back. When they do play the AFC, though, 20-7 under the total. So
under.
I'm going under the total in a very low-scoring game. I'll even give the final score 20-17, and either team could win.
Well, let's pull up the moving vans during halftime and get ready to clean out the locker and move them up north to LA. I'm telling you, there's no love in San Diego for this team.
All right, well, let's go for some best bets for the weekend and tell you what we have going on. Harvard, you had a pair. You stepped up with a pair of those high roller 10 stars last week. You went 2-0 on both. That's now 10-2 on the season.
Yeah, 10-2 for you math majors. That's 83%. And I got a couple hundred new clients. Instead of them saying, "Wow, I can't join the," Harvard is 8-2. He's probably done with it. So what happens? I put out that offer. They joined, and guess what? All those people that took a shot last week, they're now 2-0. They're happy. So let's do it again. I really like that. I'm looking for another couple hundred guys to get on. Everybody else that's been on is going to stay on, and you will too. I've done this. I'm in my 34th year. I'm probably the dean of all Las Vegas in terms of handicapping. I started out back in 1981 doing this, and I'm still here. So I'm still beating Vegas. They haven't figured me out completely. There's some peaks and valleys, ups and downs, but 10-2 speaks for itself. I did the same thing last year, the year before, and almost every year. Saturday, I got my conference game of the year in college. Sunday, I got my divisional game of the year in the pros, and we're looking for another 2-1. I mean, a 2-0.
1981. You were gambling when you were 8 years old?
Yeah, there you go. 1981. Can you imagine that? In fact, you know what? I remember. Let me tell you one real quick how I got my start. I got my start at Disneyland in 1965. And you might think, how could you possibly do that? We were moving. And so my dad took us to Disneyland, and we went into the magic shop. And in the magic shop, they had this crap table. So I bought a little crack table, and it was about as big as the desk I'm at now. One of those 3 foot long by 1.5 foot wide. Even had the real foam and the mirrors and all that stuff. And I started running crap games when I was like 12 years old. So, back in 1965, that's where I got my start gambling. That and flipping baseball cards for cash.
All right, and Zach, you're part of this 22-8 handicapper 3-pack run on the jimfeist.com site, and I'm going to guess is your best bet the San Diego Chargers this week?
No.
Definitely not.
I might not even watch that game. I might have that on the Gamecast and just watch some preseason NBA or something like that.
This is the week they should have 2 NFL games so we could choose.
I know. But yeah, handicapper 3-pack, we're doing great with that. 15-11 in college football, 58% there. 11-6 in NFL, 4-1 this past weekend, 65% overall. And October is usually historically one of my best months in handicapping of the 12 months of the year. So I'm looking to have another good week and keep building week to week throughout October.
All right, my best bet for the weekend is going to be the total in that Dallas-New England game over the total. Jim Feist is going to have a 5-play countdown going on the weekend. You get 3 Saturday college football plays, 2 NFL plays. He went 4-1, 80% with this package last week. Coming back with it again, just $25 at 1-855-846-7426. All right, that'll do it for the NFL version of Proline. We'll see you next week with another edition. Good luck with the games, everyone.